Hey guys, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy. In this session, we are going to discuss very important MCQs for the preparation of UGC NET and JRF CS, and it is mini mock test 7. Question number 1: which of the following protocols is used by email server to maintain a central repository that can be accessed from any machine? So I hope you all are familiar with the computer network protocols, and every protocol have different functionalities. Option A is POP3, option B IMAP, option 3 C SMTP, and D is DMSP. So email server to maintain a central repository that can be accessed from any machine, IMAP is used. IMAP is generally abbreviated for Internet Message Access Protocol, which is used to make email server to maintain a central repository to access from any machine. POP3 is basically termed as Post Office Protocol version 3, SMTP is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and DMSP is Distributed Mail Server Protocol. So option B is correct answer here. The next question is, which one is correct with respect to Relational Database Management System, that is RDBMS? Option A, primary key is subset of super key is subset of candidate key. So you all know that super key is the most powerful key in the DBMS. So super key is the biggest one, and under that all the rest keys will be exist. So super key will be here. After that, but you if you will, the candidate key is not most powerful, primary key is also not most powerful, and candidate key is again not most powerful. So A, C and D you can directly disqualify these options. So super key is the most powerful key. After that you can put candidate key and then primary key. So primary key is subset of super candidate key, and candidate key is subset of super key, you can say like that. So option B is the correct answer. The next question is, in artificial intelligence, what is present in the planning graph? So you all know that in the artificial intelligence, sequence of levels are existed. Sequence of levels are existed for planning graph in AI. Option A is the correct answer. Next question is, what is the best method to go for the game playing problem? So for game playing problem, option A, optimal search, option B, random search, option C, heuristic search, or option D, stratified search. So for game playing, heuristic search is the best option, best method to go for game playing. So option C is the correct answer. The next one is, which of the following statement is false? Option A, every context sensitive language is recursive. So if you know the concept of Chomsky's hierarchy, under that Chomsky's hierarchy, regular language is subset of CFL, that is context free language, and it is further subset of CSL, that is context sensitive language, and it is further subset of recursive language, isn't it? So every context sensitive language is recursive language. Option A is true, definitely it is true. Option B, the set of all languages that are not recursively enumerable is countable. So in the countable and uncountable problem, the set of all languages that are not recursively, because suppose this is a universe, suppose this is a universe, then in universe many languages are there which is not recursively languages, so it is not countable, it is false, option B is false. Option C, the family of recursively innumerable language is closed under union. You know that union is by default closed under all languages, so it is again true. And option D, the families of recursively innumerable and recursively languages are closed under reversal. So it is again true, because if you will go through the closure properties of all these languages, reversal operation is closed under recursively innumerable language as well as recursively language. So it is again true. So the question was, which of the following statement is false? So option B is false. The next question is, in C++, polymorphism requires. So the meaning of polymorphism, or polymorphism means many forms. Polymorphism means many forms. So in C++, polymorphism requires inheritance only, virtual functions only, references only. So option D is correct answer, because in C++ polymorphism it will require inheritance as well as virtual functions as well as references. So option D is the correct answer, guys. The next one is DBMS provides the facility of accessing data from a database through DDL, DML, DBA or schema. DDA is data definition language, DML is data manipulation language, DBA is database access or database administrator, and D is schema. So through DML, that is data manipulation language, we can provide the facility of accessing data. Suppose a database is here, from that database we want to access some information, then in by SQL we can apply commands of DML, that is data manipulation language, and it will help us in accessing the data from database. So DML is the thing. So option B is the correct answer, guys. Question number 8. Which of the following is incorrect for virtual memory? Option A. Large programs can be written, more IO is required, more addressable memory accessible, or option D. Faster and easy swapping of processor. So for virtual memory, large programs can be written in virtual memory if we can extend the memory. So it is true. So option A is definitely true. Option B, more IO is required. So it is false, because for virtual memory, less IO, input output unit, less IO required. So option B is false. More addressable memory unit required. True. Faster and easy swapping of processors. True. So option B is correct answer in regard that which is the incorrect one, right? So guys, if you haven't go through the mock test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the links are provided in the description section. You can also go through these lectures, because this will help you in scoring better marks in your upcoming all CSIT exams, including UGC NET and JRF2, because these all are previous years questions which is asked in various exams, and will help you in getting many marks, because you can get the idea of pattern, you can get the idea of level of the exams. So please go through them as well, so that you can score better and get the idea of exam. The next one is the major shortcoming of waterfall model is, so you all know that in software engineering waterfall model exists. The most you can say that initial model of software development is waterfall model. Under that, if we have placed the requirement once, then we cannot change requirement once work is started. Means we cannot change our requirements, we cannot add more functionality in project once requirement analysis is over. This is the shortcoming of waterfall model. That is why we have go through incremental model after that, or iterative and incremental model after that. So the shortcoming is that the difficulty in accommodating changes after requirement analysis. Once requirement analysis is over, there is very much difficulty in accommodating new changes. So option A is the correct answer. Guys, do subscribe our YouTube channel. If you have any kind of doubts or comments in any questions which I have is discussed with you, do comment, do ask your queries. I will solve them personally as early as possible. And guys, if you really want to get prepared for all CSIT exam, to get notification of upcoming exams and current affairs latest topics, do subscribe us, press the bell icon button, so that you can get aware of these exams and get latest lectures from our side. Question number 10 is, the extent to which a software performs its intended functions without failure is termed as. So the extent, the limit to which a software performs intended functions without failure, it is called as reliability. It is called as the reliability of the software, that how much extent, at what extent you are providing the performance, the software project is providing the performance with the exact functions without getting any failure. So option C, that is reliability, is the answer, guys. So guys, do subscribe us, ask your doubts, queries. Have a very nice day. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.